I am trying something new. I'm also running a smidge bit behind, so I don't really have a whole lot of time to explain in this clip, but I will once I get to the car. But pack my work bag with me. This is my work bag. It's from Amazon because I know someone's gonna ask. I have so much stuff in here that's not needed, but we're just gonna ignore that. I'm gonna be transferring stuff from my weekend bag. So I've got my phone, obviously. I've got my Kindle in case I get a chance to read. I usually don't, but that's okay. Headphones, 2 things of chapstick. I'm actually going to keep this one because I have like 3 of these at work, but I do have this one. It's the Burt's Bees tinted chapstick in Red Delilah. This stuff is so good. I mean, I personally like this, the normal original Burt's Bees chapstick, but if you're looking for color, this is the best. And then claw clip. So, which I think I haven't even brushed my hair. That's the next thing I have to do, but I think I'm just going to grab my hairbrush and just put my hair up in this claw clip. So I figured I would also do an outfit of the day. I might change my shoes though, but here is the outfit. So pants are from Amazon, but I've also seen these on Shein. They're like stitched at the waist with a little bow. It's got pockets. It's super thin, so not winter approved. I know this shirt is from Shein. The sweater is from Walmart, maybe Target, but I'm pretty sure it's Walmart. And then I have these cream mules. These are from Target, but do I want to put black shoes on? I think I'm just going to keep the ones I have on. So, yes. Oh, also my water and my allergy medicine, which I'm going to take real quick. In case anyone's asking, this is my Hydro Jug Traveler. I think that's what it's called, the Traveler. It's 100% leak proof. I'm literally just going to throw it in my bag. All right. In the car I go. But anyways, good morning. I've got the heat blaring. My car doesn't have the best heat, but it has a little bit of heat. So let me turn that down so it's not so loud. But good morning, everyone. I am going to try my hardest to start a reading vlog, but with a little bit of a twist. So I thought it would be kind of cool to like vlog my Monday through Friday to kind of show you like what I'm able to do during the work week. Let me tell you about today's agenda and then I'll tell you what I'm currently reading. So I am heading into work. I don't feel comfortable completely sharing exactly what I do or who I work for, so I hope you guys will respect my privacy and my safety. But let's just say I've always said I work in finance and I'm a manager, so I'm just going to stick with that. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. But I'm currently heading into work. I have an 8:30 Zoom call. I have to approve payroll and I have to get the week started. We're actually on week 2 of a contest that I created for my whole company. And yeah, it's actually, I feel like it's going really well. So I've heard like a lot of people say they're having so much fun doing the contest I created. So yeah, I have to kind of make sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to do. This is the last month of the quarter, so we have lots of goals we have to get to. I also have a meeting on Wednesday that is going to be like very important for my job progression. I feel like that's kind of a scary word. It's not scary, it's exciting. I am working towards a certain goal in my career, and so like I have a meeting for something that I'm really hoping goes well. However, I have no prep work for it, so I will be prepping for my meeting on Wednesday today because I don't want to go into that meeting like completely empty-handed. So I'm going to be working on that today. So that is basically my agenda for today. As far as what I'm reading, I am currently reading A Killing Cold by Kate Alice Marshall. This is the Sleep When I'm Dead book club pick. I did read quite a bit yesterday. I think I'm currently like 53% into it on my NetGalley arc, and I'm really enjoying it, but there's just something that I'm just like, something is going to, like obviously the shoe is going to drop, and I don't know if I'm like prepared for it, you know what I mean? I'm also like thinking in my head, like, how is this book club discussion, like what is Hannah and what is Leah going to think about this book? So I hope they're enjoying it if they've read it or started it. I mean, the live show's not till the 31st. Today is the 10th. So I actually have the audiobook and the ebook arcs because I'm horrible at remembering to, like, yeah. But this year I actually do want to read more NetGalley arcs, and I want to rely less on audiobooks. So, but if I have the audiobook, I'm not gonna like not listen to the audiobook. Yeah, so that is what I'm currently reading. That is everything. I'm not sure if anything, or if I'm able to show anything after this until 5, but if I have anything, I'll give you guys an update. So I'll talk to you in a little bit. Hello, how's it going? I am actually home. I've eaten. I'm getting ready to go live for reading sprints because every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, I always do reading sprints. And tonight I'm having Gabby from Gabbing About Books join me, and I'm so excited. We're supposed to do this last weekend, but then like things happened. So yeah, night tonight I'm going to be continuing with A Killing Cold. I'm really hoping I could put a huge dent into this book and finally possibly get it finished tonight, because I definitely want to know what's happening. Yeah, I got off at 5 o'clock like I normally do and came home. Justin brought me dinner. We ate, spent some time together. He's actually not feeling very well. Usually during the spring he really suffers with his allergies, so that's fun. I don't think in this vlog I've told you what A Killing Cold is about. So this is the Sleep When I'm Dead book club pick for the month of March. It is about a woman named Theodora, or Theo, and she is engaged to this guy named Connor. He's from this super wealthy family. And so she is actually meeting her potential, like, fiance's family to, you know, kind of get their approval, but also like there's so many weird things, like Connor's father mysteriously died and the family seems like super shady, hiding secrets, but also like she finds a photo of herself, or what she thinks is herself, from when she was a little kid at Idlewood, which is the property that her fiance's family owns. So lots of weird stuff's happening, lots of secrets. I will say there's a lot of people to kind of keep up with. So luckily Gwen, my bestie, she left kind of a character list in the Sleep When I'm Dead Discord channel. It's under Final Thoughts. I definitely have my theories. I'm not going to obviously share in this video because I definitely want to save my thoughts, all of the final thoughts and all the spoilery things for the book discussion, which that is happening March 31st. So this vlog should go out before. So yeah, I'm very excited to finish this. 7:55, Gabby should be joining me any minute now. So I'll update you later. and I have many thoughts, and I don't want to like say too much just because like we have quite like over half a month to go before the live show. So, and I know this video is going to go live before the live show, but I will say I really liked it, but I'm in between 2 readings, so that's all I'm gonna say. But I finished my book and I get to start my next book, and it's either gonna be a romance or it's gonna be another thriller. So I haven't decided which one yet. We'll figure that out tomorrow. All right, night. Hello, it is Tuesday and I'm also in my pajamas. It has been a day. It has been a day where I have been so stressed out over stupid stuff. I ran late. My dogs were being fools this morning. Messes. It was just, oh my gosh. I've never been so irritated. Then I got to my meeting to find out I'm 30 minutes early. So ended up working out for that. So I actually had to mail off a package. So I had to go to the UPS store, and the people there were so rude and just like absolutely ridiculous. Like I had never been so disrespected before at a post office. It was ridiculous. Came to work, did all that, got off work, came home, other things happened. It was just bad. But I wanted to show you a package that I got a new Kindle case. So this is from the brand Elise Brienne. So she sells a bunch of things, but I think the one thing I've been seeing a lot, especially like on TikTok, is her Kindle cases. And I'm actually going to be traveling quite a bit this year. And so I want to like bring my Kindle, but I wanted the screen to be protected. So I got this one, and it's so different because I'm so used to like my clear one, but I don't know, like it's so different. I don't know. It also has the hand strap as well, so like I can be, you know, good. The only thing I'm noticing, and maybe it might just be me, but it's also got this little kickstand, but when I put it on there, I mean, this is not gonna be a good representation, but like I feel like on a flat surface it like leans this way really bad. But like when I lay it on a table, I feel like my Kindle leans pretty bad this way. So I don't know if I like have it in wrong or something, but I'm gonna like play around with it. But we need to pick my next read. So I think my next read is going to be Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. I'm actually going to be reading and discussing this for the Talk Bookish to Me podcast episode. I'm going to leave the episode information somewhere on the screen because off the top of my head, I don't have that information. So I am really excited. Also, look how stunning this is. I really wanted to read it on my Kindle. However, it's not available through my library, so I thought I had a NetGalley arc, but I'm actually really excited to read this one. So let's see. I believe the synopsis is super short. So this says, author Grady Green is having the worst best day of his life. He calls his wife Abby to share some exciting news as she's driving home. He hears Abby slam on the brakes when she sees something in the road ahead. Over Grady's protest, Abby gets out of the car. When he eventually finds her car by the cliff edge, the headlights are on, the driver's seat is open, and her phone is still there. But his wife is missing. A year later, Grady is still overcome with grief and desperate to know what happened to Abby. He can't sleep and he can't write, so he travels to a tiny remote Scottish island to try to find his life and get it back on track. And then he sees the impossible, a woman who looks exactly like his missing wife. So, sounds like a basic type of synopsis, but I kind of like it. Like, it doesn't really explain too much, at least me not reading a single word out of this. But yeah, I'm gonna start this one. I'm gonna go take a shower, decompress, and I will update you guys a little bit later.
Last order.
my reading. Let me give you kind of like a recap of today. So it's been like kind of difficult getting up in the morning with the time change. I am so happy that daylight savings has happened. It's literally 7:04 right now and it looks like 5 o'clock outside. But today was good. Yeah, definitely. So I'm on like several committee meetings at work as well. So I love like planning and being creative, but also I had a pretty big, like for me personally, kind of a big meeting. So without like giving too much away, because I don't know if anyone from work actually watches my videos. I hope not, because awkward. But I had a big meeting on something that could potentially like be very big as far as like my career. So I've always been someone that's like, give me a goal and I'll achieve it. And so like I've gotten to a point in my career where it's just like, okay, like I finally made like what I wanted to do. But I don't like not having something that's like not achievable, like within arm's reach, you know what I mean? So I've been like very open with my boss and like I'm always wanting to progress. Like, you know, tell me I'm going to be CEO and I will follow every step to be there, which I'm not going to be CEO. But so yeah, I had a meeting with someone kind of higher up in my company to basically kind of go over, well, actually, it first started off kind of like an interview in a way, but then it turned into kind of like a creative, like this is what she's thinking, this is what I'm thinking, like, and I kind of basically shared like all my ideas and things I've kind of like put together. So yeah, so no definite thoughts, but she did say she is going to kind of put everything that I've come up together. So she did take all of the information that I've kind of given her and all of my ideas and everything I've sent to her, and she's going to get with a few other people and hopefully follow up with me in about a week. So fingers crossed. I'm also trying to go in with like very low expectations because I don't like to get my feelings hurt. So yeah, so that was kind of my work day. So yeah, Justin and I just got home from eating some Mexican food, which is always good. And now I am going to be relaxing for the rest of the night. Tonight at 8, Gwen has asked me to join for reading sprints tonight. We're kind of testing a few things out over there. So I will be continuing reading from my Kindle. Beautiful Ugly, right there. Also, I did get the audiobook and I don't know how I feel about it. Like, for one, it is kind of like a British or maybe like a Scottish accent, and so it's a little harder to like, I've always been this way towards audiobooks. Like, if it's not like an American accent, it's kind of hard for me to like concentrate or like comprehend certain things. So I don't know. But I have tried, this was kind of viral on TikTok for a while. I don't know if you guys can even see that. It looks super weird in my viewfinder, but it is called the Bionic reading. So basically it bolds the first 2 letters of every word, and supposedly you're supposed to be reading faster on your Kindle. So I think after like the 2nd chapter, I was like, let me just try it. And I don't know, I kind of like it. It just looks really weird, but like reading it does make me feel like I can read it faster. Actually, one of my goals for 2025 is to not depend on audiobooks as much. So tonight while I do reading sprints, I'm going to kind of test it out even more. So yay. As far as like my thoughts on this, definitely the first chapter definitely throws you in. It kind of sets up that our main character Grady is, you know, he just found out that he's made the New York Times bestsellers list or whatever it's called, and so he calls his wife and he's a little frustrated with his wife because he was hoping she would be home so he can like get the call together. And so she's on her way home, and so he ends up calling her and was just like, you're never gonna believe this. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's great. And then she says she sees something lying in the road. It doesn't say what is in the road in the synopsis, but it does say it in the chapter. And I don't know, I'm just gonna like not say what's in the road because I still don't know what it means, but also like why wouldn't you say what it is in the synopsis? But anyways, she goes and checks it out and never comes back. He finds her car, her purse, belongings, the car. I think the car is still running too, but she's not there. And so now it's a year later. Everyone thinks she, like, something either A, happened to her or she ran off. Grady is actually trying to write his second book and he's kind of failing miserably. So now he is going to this place called Amberley Isle, I think is what it is, to kind of like write in a cabin for a few months and try to like regain his career and his life and everything. And then the synopsis does say that he thinks he sees a woman that looks just like his wife. So, and we've kind of already had a moment like that, but not really. So, but yeah, so far I've been liking it. I'm only like 11% in. So, I mean, it's way too early to tell. But I am liking it so far, and I'm hoping like maybe to read more with that bionic reading. So yeah, I am going to go do a few things. I'm gonna get ready for reading sprints, and I'll update you guys then. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. The week is almost over. I'm just currently getting ready for work. Anyways, it's currently 7:55 in the morning. I usually leave here between 8 and 8:05. So I know this may look like a lot, but I swear these two products blend beautifully together. Anyways, so last night I read so much of Beautiful Ugly. The whole time I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to like openly talk to someone about it, because last night I was on reading sprints on Gwen's Patreon. Yeah, the whole time I was reading the book I was like, man, I cannot wait to talk to someone about this book, because I just have so many thoughts and feelings so far, and I couldn't really say too much because I was on Gwen's Patreon sprints last night. And the episode, or sorry, the main reason why I'm reading this book, like I want to read it because like I like Alice Feeney's books, but it's for the Talk Bookish to Me podcast episode that's coming out later in April. I didn't want to say too much because I, you know, obviously, I want people to like read the book, but like honestly, the synopsis of the book is like all you kind of really need to know going into it. So I'm going to try to make this as like spoiler free as possible and just kind of give you like overall thoughts. So it's about this guy's wife who went missing a year ago, like very weirdly went missing. And like, so there's speculation like, did she go missing? Did something happen to her? Or did she leave on her own free will? And so like you don't really know. So, and I don't really have like a theory on that at all. So, but a year later, and our character Grady is trying to like get his life back in order because he's obviously grieving his wife like crazy, because you know there is that uncertainty of like, hey, like something happened. Like so many unanswered questions. So he goes to this island. I think it's called the Isle of Amberley or Amberley Isle, something like that. It's like, is it Scottish? I think it's somewhere over there. And so it's very like atmospheric. I will say this, I do feel like this is different as far as like the writing style for Alice Feeney. For one, I was going to say this is like the first time I've ever read a book in a male's point of view, but I have read his and hers, which is told in both, it's told in like multiple, sorry, it's told in the wife and the husband's point of view. So that's not necessarily true. And I've read Daisy Darker, and I think that one may also have different point of view, so I could be wrong, but it just feels different because it is like it's a male's point of view. But also I feel like it is overly descriptive of like this island, which I get, like, I'm trying to, like, I think because it's trying to cause like this eerie and atmospheric vibe, I kind of get it. However, I don't really care if that makes any sense. But like at the end of Sprints last night, I was talking to Gwen, I was like, I kind of feel like this is like an M. Shyamalan movie. And she's like, yeah, I could totally see that. And I was like, and I'm getting like so, like, it's giving me vibes of like other books too. And she's like, yep, I thought that too. So I don't know, it's just, it's very eerie. Like nothing's happening, but things are happening. And I think you as a reader just don't see everything happening. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's just different. And I also, it's not as fast paced as I was hoping it would be, but also that's not like necessarily a bad thing, because like I think things are things are happening. This probably makes no sense. You need to pick up a copy for yourself. This setting spray like takes my breath away sometimes. Also, the audiobook, 10 out of 10. The only thing is, I was talking last night, is like I started to ditch the audiobook because anytime there's like a British accent, Australian, or like Scottish accent, like it's hard for me and my brain to like comprehend and follow along, because I feel like I feel like it's going fast and slow at the same time. And anyways, I ditched it for a few chapters and then I went back to it and I'm good. So I'm good to stay on track with the audiobook, but the audiobook is so good. So it actually has like sound effects, and it like when he's talking to someone over the phone, it has like that telephone like sound effect, but also like in between like certain chapters, it has like the sound of like waves crashing. And then there was one part in the book where I was like listening, I kept hearing stuff, and so I wasn't paying attention to the audiobook. I was like, what is that noise? Like, what is that noise? And it kept getting louder, like subtly louder and louder. And then I realized, oh, it's a phone ringing in the audiobook. I was like, oh, okay, gotcha. But yeah, what is on the agenda today? I've got work, I've got a few meetings with clients, and usually Thursday afternoons, once I get off work, me, my husband, and another couple always meet up at this local restaurant. I personally don't like this restaurant, but at this point it's kind of like a tradition, and so I just kind of go just for like the vibes. Food's not that great, service is terrible, but yet they love going there. I don't know why. So I don't know if that's what we're doing, because we're hanging out with that same couple on Friday night and Saturday. So I don't know. It's a lot of stuff's up in the air, but yeah, I need to go brush my hair, or I might just wait till I get to work. Ooh, no. Do you see that? I gotta go brush my hair, and then I'm gonna go get ready to drive to work. Hello everyone. It has actually been several days since I vlogged, but I wanted to end the vlog here. But before I do that, give you guys an update of Ugly Beautiful, or Beautiful Ugly. Beautiful Ugly. I have no idea where my copy went, so the image is just gonna be on the screen. But guys, I'm giving this book 5 stars. It was so good. Like, honestly, I was between rating it like a 4, maybe a 5 star, but like, it was good. Like, I do know like 70, like 60, maybe 70% of the book I was just like, this is not that interesting, but like I'm still interested. But that last bit was so good. Highly recommend. I am so looking forward to talking about this, spoiler like with everything, during the podcast episode. So I will try to, you know, leave the podcast down below. The episode again is on the screen of when it's coming out, but it was so good. I don't think it's my favorite Alice Feeney, but still, like, if I don't know if I'm just like living on the high of giving things 5 stars. I would say probably realistically it's a 4-star, but I just absolutely loved that ending, so I'm giving it a 5. I highly recommend. Thank you guys so much for like spending the week with me, like, you know, talking about work things, talking about like things that I'm doing on the side. This was such a fun project. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you guys did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, because I do want to put out more videos like this in the future, so I'd love for you guys to stick around. And yeah, also one more shout out, the Sleep When I'm Dead book club discussion for A Killing Cold, which was the first book I read in this vlog. The live show is going to be on March 31st, so by the time this video goes up, it will be a little over a week before the live show. So make sure you pick up a copy, join us in Discord, join us on the live show with Hannah, Leah, Beth, and myself. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling.